What are the top 5 features of Workbooks CRM and what sets it apart from all the other CRM systems out there? And there's literally hundreds of CRM solutions around. Seems like there's a new one every month. So in this session, we're going to take a deeper dive into some of the unique features of Workbooks and why you might use them in your business. And we'll also serve as a short overview of the solution, if you haven't seen it before, what it looks like, what it does, and we'll cover the pricing and the implementation as well, some implementation options that we've got. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot from Wizard Systems, and this session, we're going to take a brief overview of Workbooks and the key areas where it's different from other CRMs. Now, not everyone uses CRM in the same way. Everyone's got different requirements, and I wouldn't have enough time on this fairly short session to go over all of the extensive capabilities of Workbooks. So afterwards, if you want a deeper dive to explore Workbooks in a bit more detail for you and your requirements, we love to organize a one-to-one session. So just contact any of us at Wizard Systems to arrange that call. And also, as I go through, those of you listening live or watching live, if you've got any questions for me about Workbooks, please pop those into the questions section of your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer that at the end. So what is Workbooks then in a slide? Well, of course, at the heart of it is a fairly comprehensive contact management system to help you manage all the information about your contacts, whatever type of contacts you've got. It's very customizable as well. You can track all of your interactions with those people. So all of your phone calls, meetings, emails, they're all in there. Another strong point of Workbooks, so we'll cover this very shortly, is marketing. Hopefully you want to leverage your data in your CRM system to help you promote the company in targeted ways to your prospects and customers. And fairly uniquely, not every CRM system does this, Workbooks understands financial transactions. So as standard, it will allow you to create nice looking sales quotations, but there's also options for creating orders and invoices as well. And it's got customer service capabilities. So if in your company you've got customer service people, engineers, help desk, then they too can use Workbooks. So you're making sure that all of your key customer facing people are using the same application. Now, as well as it being a great personal productivity tool, it's also a great management tool as well. I will touch on this, the dashboards, the KPI charts to really help you see what's going on in there and help you make decisions on what's working well, what isn't working well, what needs a little bit of a tweak. And Workbooks has been around a long time now. We've been associated with Workbooks for well over 13 years now as a partner of theirs, primarily implementing and supporting small and mid-sized businesses up and down the UK and further afield. But Workbooks has been around a long time. It's representing pretty much all sorts of different types of companies, private sector, and also public sector and non-profit as well. It's a very flexible system. It's a UK product. All the data's in the UK. It's 100% cloud. You can be up and running very, very quickly. There's nothing to install. Things like maintenance and upgrades and backups are all done for you. Very, very secure system. And in fact, the founders of Workbooks, they come from the IT security industry. So they know everything about IT security. It's a very, very secure system. And it's GDPR compliant if that's important for you to keep on the right side of compliance, then we are fully GDPR compliant with Workbooks. Okay, let me take you into the system and touch on these areas, these 5 areas, why Workbooks is different from other CRMs. First of all, I'd like to say ease of use, a very intuitive interface. It looks like when you log in, it looks like your Windows desktop. It's immediately got that familiar look and feel. Nothing's more than a few clicks away. It's just like browsing the web, navigating your way around. So it's got a clean, modern design. The dashboards here that I'm showing, lovely dashboards to help you track sort of key performance information in your company, either as an organization or an individual. I'll show you a few of those dashboards. Very good navigation structure. So if I go up to my start button here in the top left corner, there can be down in the bottom left-hand corner if you want to. But depending on who you are, you've got access to the, if you like, the main menu in Workbooks and all of the important elements of this CRM solution, with right at the heart of it, people and organizations. All right. So if I go to one of those, and what we have here is the organization's landing page. A little bit like an Excel spreadsheet. In fact, you can use it like an Excel spreadsheet. You can click into there and change things as you want to, or of course you can dive into an organization record and see a little bit more about them. So this is an example of an organization record. We've got customizable views, and in fact, you can tailor these views by job role as well. So if I'm a salesperson or a customer support person, I'm going to get a different view of the world as regards this particular contact record. Something that's more akin to me as a service person. What do I want to know from a customer service point of view? Cases, what equipment they've got, and so on. And it's also mobile friendly. There's a mobile app with Workbooks, and that's provided free of charge with your Workbook subscription. So a really mobile friendly interface for seamless access on any device. Second key area where Workbooks is different from other CRMs is really unmatched customization flexibility. And it's one of Workbook's strongest selling points, to be honest with you. So you can create these personalized workspace layouts by job role or by type of record, just displaying the information that user needs at that particular point in time. We've got, or you've got, custom fields and forms, these tabs, these screens. You can create those without any technical expertise whatsoever. Very, very easy. You're in control. You can create your own custom fields. And in fact, as regards these custom fields within the application, you've got about 20 or so different custom fields that you've got that you can create. So for example, text fields, numeric fields, date fields, URL fields, notes fields, checkboxes, any number of different custom fields that you can create. We've also got customizable workflows to match your specific requirements. And using a CRM is all about processes. So if you think about a sales process, an inquiry, customer service, taking an order, there may be a sequence of steps that you need to go through. Workbooks can guide the user down through that process, making sure that nothing's forgotten about, nothing slips through the net, and the right thing is done to the right person at the right time. The reporting and dashboards are all customizable as well. I showed you those at the start. They're all customizable by you. You can create your own custom dashboards. So here's just an example of a few of those dashboards. Really extensive range of different chart types that you've got there. Right, next thing is quote creation and the ability to create quotes within the application. So we have a concept of financial transactions in Workbooks. So we're here against an individual, a person, Anna Whitehead here. And I've clicked on the transactions tab, and this is where I can see all of those financial transactions. So quotes, orders, invoices, credit notes, purchase orders, even contracts. All right. So again, Workbooks can, if you've got contracts in your business, your customer got contracts with you, where you're maintaining an inventory, a list of items, and there's SLA things against those items. You can do all that in Workbooks with the contracts feature. But here I've got an example of different financial transactions, and we can dive into any of those. So we can dive into, for example, an invoice here. And this will display the header, invoice details, and a little bit lower down, all of the items, the products on that invoice. So you can store products and services in Workbooks. It can be your price list, including rich information like extensive descriptions and images and thumbnail images on those products. So these transactions, they're a great way of extending CRM beyond traditional sales and marketing and customer service. We're going into finance, and also it's a great way of then being able to integrate that more extensively with a finance system or an ERP system. And mentioning integration, we've got seamless third-party integrations. Workbooks themselves offer, as standard, many integrations. A lot of these are free of charge. So please contact us for more information on these integrations in different areas there. Typically with anything that's to do with a CRM application or financial data, we've got loads in there. And on top of that, we've got integration with a third-party tool called Zapier. So Zapier.com is a way of integrating really easily, no programming required, one cloud system, one application with another cloud system. And that integration can be one way or two way. And basically, it's working by triggers and actions. So something happening in application number one will do something automatically in the target application. So for example, you raise an invoice in Sage or QuickBooks or your ERP application, that might trigger an event or an activity or a record in the Workbooks CRM system and vice versa. So really nice way with the integrations there, with the standard integrations that we've got in Workbooks and the Zapier integration as well. So to summarize, we've got really good 365 integration for email and calendar synchronization. We've got Google integration as well for document management, for example. Going back to Microsoft, we've got integrations with Word. If you want to generate Google Docs or Word documents, very easily done as standard with Workbooks. We've got an API access as well on top of the standard integrations in Zapier. We've got API access if you're that way inclined. And we've got social media platform integration as well for enhanced customer insights capability. And there's a nice enrich feature as well. So if I go back to Alan here, for example, let me just go back to the main screen here. There's an enrich feature which will allow you to interrogate the system, and it will actually find data in LinkedIn, in Twitter and Facebook, and allow you to paste that back into the contact record. Really good for lead acquisition and pumping in really useful information that's freely available out there, of course, in other applications, but just make it a little bit more joined up and integrated. The fifth thing I'd like to mention is marketing. Workbooks is really, really strong at marketing. And marketing is your thing. If you're doing lots of marketing activities and you're currently doing that in some unlinked, some unintegrated application to CRM, then integrate it with Workbooks CRM. It's really, really easy. We've got integrations with MailChimp, with Gatormail, with Spotler, with Force24. So if you're looking at things like HubSpot, you don't need to. We can do it all in Workbooks. We've got the complete way of tracking your inbound marketing activities, visits to your website, producing targeted email campaigns and measuring those results. We've got really good integrations with those online platforms there, the top three systems that we integrate with. You've also got lead scoring in Workbooks. So depending on the type of contact or the type of interaction or how relevant is that contact or that company or that lead to you, you can very easily design like a little algorithm that scores your contacts based on that algorithm. And that will help you. What that does is that helps you where you've got lots of contacts, lots of leads to deal with. That helps you actually cut through the chaff and get to the main contacts that are important to you, the ideal contacts that fit your demographics or your ideal customer profile. So these web insights, lead insights really help you drill down and get to the important contacts for you. We've also got ways of linking to your website. So there's a built-in way of having your web forms integrated with Workbooks so that when someone submits their information, that is automatically creating a lead record in the Workbook system, routing it to a salesperson, making sure that every inquiry that comes in through your web is managed appropriately and dealt with promptly as well. So there's a quick overview of the top 5 reasons why Workbooks is different from other CRMs: that ease of use, the customization capabilities, the commercial features, tracking quotes, invoices, orders, loads of integrations, including 365 and Outlook, and powerful marketing tools as well. Right, just a little bit about pricing then and implementation. So as with any cloud system, you have an annual subscription based on the number of users you want. And there are 2 flavors of Workbooks. There's Workbooks CRM, which does all the normal CRM things that you would expect, plus the ability to create quotes. And that is $336 per user per year, excluding VAT. Then there's Business Edition, which does everything that CRM does, plus then going beyond the financial transaction journey, beyond quotes, to create orders, invoices, credit notes, and so on. Now you can mix and match these 2 together. You don't need to be all CRM. If you've got some salespeople that don't need to create invoices, don't need to create orders, they'll be happy with CRM. They can get an overview of those financial transactions, but it's just that they can't create them or edit them within the Workbooks application. So bear that in mind. 2 editions, CRM and business. There are a few other optional add-ons as well. Once we know your requirements, we can provide a formal quotation for everything that you need, a fixed formal quotation for everything you need. And in fact, with our flexible payment terms, you can bung everything in on a monthly payment as well, so that there's a very low initial deposit followed by X number of monthly payments. So you're getting benefits from Workbooks straight away without having to pay for the whole system. You can spread out those payments over a year or whatever period that you wish. Now, our implementation. Be realistic. If you're just starting this journey, if you're looking for a new CRM system, or you're using an older legacy CRM system and you are thinking about, you're trying to think about what's the total cost of this, what budget should I set aside? Be realistic about what help you need. And every organization is different here. You may have lots of time on your hands. You may have all the skills, IT skills, and you may be that way inclined to set your own systems up. But if you wanted to leverage our service and support to help you get up and running in the shortest possible time with certain guarantees of the success of that CRM project, then please consider using Wizard Systems for helping you consult with you in advising you on your requirements and the setup, actually implementing it, migrating data as well from the old system to Workbooks, integrating it with other applications, training your users. Training can be at your place or our place or online, and ongoing help desk support as well. So you're not alone. Wizard Systems, we're your partner for CRM and anything to do with Workbooks. You just deal with us. You don't deal with half a dozen different organizations. You're just dealing with one company, all right? We're a one-stop shop for everything to do with Workbooks. Right, as I'm drawing towards the end of our little overview of Workbooks and the top 5 reasons why it's different, if you've got any questions, pop those into that section on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those. There's a few that have come in from those of you watching live. Jordan, how does Workbooks CRM handle data migration from our current system, ? Is there a smooth process for transferring our existing customer information? Well, it'd be good to know what your current system is, or indeed systems. I mean, let's do a complete review of where all your customer data is. There may be duplicated data, but yeah, this is data migration is the key thing when implementing a new system, particularly when you're moving from an old system to a new system, getting all that data over, mapping it appropriately. It's all about exporting it, getting it out of your existing system, and then importing it into workbooks and putting in the right place for you. Maybe cleaning up the data as we go through. There are some database cleaning tools in workbooks, so we can help you there. And also we can, in that process, we can actually help appending more information to your customer records by adding on some extra financial and demographic data. So work with us. We can make sure it's a smooth process there. And it's, to be honest with you, it's something that we're doing every single month in our CRM implementations. Haley, can you elaborate on Workbooks CRM pricing structure? Are there different tiers based on company size or feature sets? How do they compare to other popular CRM solutions in the market? I would say, having worked in the CRM space for well over 30 years, I would say that Workbooks is sort of in the middle area as regards its pricing structure. It's very affordable. We aim the product at small and mid-sized companies. And for what you get, it is very attractively priced. It's great value for money if you consider all of the things that you've got in there. Yes, there are cheaper systems out there, but in the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Workbooks is value for money. As regards to the pricing structure, I mentioned the CRM edition and business edition. So those are the two that kind of differ on the feature set. There's no different tiers based on company size, but you've got, just think about those main things: CRM, business, and able to mix and match those two editions there. But again, Haley, once we know your requirements, we can advise you appropriately. Right, I think this is a final question from Marie. Can you explain how flexible the customization really is? For example, if we wanted to add custom fields to track specific industry requirements or unique customer data points, how easy would this be for a non-technical user? Well, I would say very, very easy indeed. It would be useful if you had some initial instruction from Wizard Systems, so we won't just sort of dump the application on you. Ideally, there would be an element of instruction for you. Of course, only administrators in the workbook system can create these custom fields. So it's normal in an implementation to appoint you or yourself or one of your colleagues as the administrator in inverted commas, and they've got the ability to create these custom fields. So it's really, really easy to create your own fields and indeed your own forms as well. Those tabs I showed you across different records, company record, person's record, they can all be customized by you. So it's really, really easy to customize that. Yep, and the workflow as well, and customizing reports and customizing dashboards and PDF layouts, all easily done by you with a minimum of IT expertise. Right, I don't think there's any more questions, so thanks very much to the three of you for those. Well, let me just wrap things up then. Thanks for watching, if you're watching live, or if you're watching a recording this on YouTube. If you want to know more about Workbooks CRM, then please contact Wizard Systems, wizard-systems.com, or my email address is tim@wizard-systems.com. There is a trial version, of course, of Workbooks, as you'd expect. But ideally, first of all, please contact us. Let us show you the system, first of all. So then when you get on the free trial, you at least know where everything is, and we can guide you, because there's a lot to Workbooks. And as I said at the start, it is different things to different organizations. No two workbook systems are alike as regards their look and feel and what they do. So very, very flexible. Contact us, use us as much as possible. So thanks very much for your time, and we'll catch up with you on the next CRM event. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.